There was a story that came out today that has people talking. It's reported that last month, Donald Trump fundraised $141 million, and that Joe Biden fundraised only $85 million. Now, this has a lot of Trump-la-fucks crowing, "See, he's got so much support, he's going to win." And a lot of Democrats clutching their pearls and wringing their hands. I've always said that fundraising is a better indication as to support than polls, and I stand by that. But people are saying, "Oh my God, see what happened? Donald Trump is on a roll. He fundraised more." And I say, hold on a second here. Do you remember back a few months when Joe Biden broke a record and fundraised $25 million in one day? Yeah, it was all over the news. And then a few days later, Donald Trump came out and said, "I fundraised $50 million, and everybody's getting excited about that. But then later on in the month, and it wasn't covered quite as much, but it was revealed that what Donald Trump said was all bullshit. These were promises and not actual money. So now he comes along with the convictions, he loses again, and he starts suggesting, "I got $100 million in money in my fundraising after the conviction. See, I'm very powerful." But we haven't seen any verification of that yet. We don't know that for sure. And we know for a fact that Donald Trump frequently lies. So I'd like to see the verification before we get too excited about how much money he's got. Now, there was one guy named Timothy Mellon. He's from a rich family, and he's alleged to give Donald Trump $50 million. Well, that's quite a sum of money. And again, I'd like to see verification of that, because Donald Trump will typically say fucking anything. And maybe Timothy Mellon said, "If this happens and that happens, I promise I'll give you $50 million. But that's a far distance away from actually having $50 million in the pot. Now, here's what else you have to understand. Overall, with this past month, Joe Biden still has a lot more money than Donald Trump. You see, Donald Trump, even if he did get this money, it was 1 month and he had this surge. But Joe Biden's been collecting money steadily in record amounts every month. Now they'll say, "Well, $50 million from this guy." Well, here's what you got to understand. Timothy Mellon is very wealthy. He gave a lot of money, but he has only one vote. So that doesn't really suggest support. This just shows a stupid fucking billionaire, right? Now, Joe Biden last month maybe only had $85 million in fundraising compared to Donald Trump's $141 million. But you know how many people donated just last month to Joe Biden? 3 million. Now, you don't have to be a math freak to understand that 3 million is more support than one motherfucking guy. So people are getting excited about this. Republicans, don't get too cocky about it, because we don't even know if it's real. Democrats, don't freak out. They typically lie, and even if they aren't lying, the fact is it doesn't suggest more support. It's about the amount of money and the number of people that are donating. Joe Biden's kicking Donald Trump's ass on those numbers. So just fucking relax.